What's up, YouTube? Real TCG here with a deck profile. As you can see, it's 6 Samurai, with the Xian. I can't really think of any other deck that would play Xian except like X Sabers. They're taking an Elder, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I'm doing a deck profile on my 6 Samurais. I don't know if you guys know, 6 Samurai actually is my favorite deck in the game. I know it's bad now. You don't have to tell me. I know I'm a scrub for playing the deck, but I think everyone has that deck that, deep down is always going to be their favorite deck. It was my first deck coming into the game on a competitive scene. I remember when Super Keyzons were like $30 a piece. I remember when Xian was like $50. It wasn't a fun time. But yeah, I'll get into the deck profile real quick. To start it off with the main deck and for the monsters, I play 3 Keyzon. Keyzon's really good. It's not a Cyber Dragon. If you control 6 Samurai, you could special summon it. It lets you go into synchro plays. It lets you get counters on United and Dojo and Gateway, but Gateway is not really a thing anymore, unfortunately, which makes me sad. 3 Kagemusha. Kagemusha is the only tuner you play. It's an Earth. It lets you go into Nat Beast and Nat Barking, which is really good. It's also an asceticism target. 2 Elder, it's a Cyber Dragon. It lets you get easy counters. It's an Earth, and it's a 6 Samurai to let you go into Xian. And also, it's an asceticism target. 2 Kageki. Kageki, when he's normal summoned, he lets you special a 6 Samurai from hand. He lets you go into Xian first turn with Kagemusha. Counters, all that good stuff. It's pretty standard. 1 Grandmaster. Grandmaster is good. If you control a 6 Samurai, you can special summon him, and then when he's destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can add a 6 Samurai engraved to hand, including himself. So he kind of recycles himself, and you can't control more than one of him. So I don't really understand why people play more than one. That's that. Plus, he's an asceticism target if you have two other 6 Samurais on board with a Keyzon. So it can allow for some OTKs. 1 Zanji. Zanji's good. If you control another 6 Samurai other than him, anything he battles dies at the end of damage calc. So yeah, he's an easy out to some cards that you can't really get over, and you need to, be gone. So yeah, and he's an asceticism target. I'm pretty sure every card in this deck is an asceticism target besides hand. 1 Inishi. Inishi's really good. He's a compulse on wheels. If you control another 6 Samurai other than him, once per turn during either player's turn, you can banish 2 6 Sams in grave and bounce the card on your opponent's side or face up monster on your opponent's side of the field. So it makes sure that your opponent really can't go off and do their key plays when they normal summon a Cliffort. So they could usually go off. You can just bounce it instead, or when they pendulum 2 or something, you can bounce 1, so they can't get their disc play off. It's really good. Also, this deck really has a really good match against Clifford if it can go first and get out first turn Beast Barking and your first turn Beast Xian. 1 hand. Hand's really good. It's not a once per turn effect, so you can just kind of like swarm the field and just pop every one of their monsters. For your search cards, you play 3 Rhoda. I think that's pretty standard. I don't see why you wouldn't play 3 Rhoda. It's at 3, so you can just make the deck super consistent. 3 Smoke Signal. I know people that are only playing like double Smoke Signal, triple Rhoda, or double Rhoda, triple Smoke Signal. That's not good. I don't understand. Some people say it clogs. I don't understand how a search card can clog. So what if you open 3 of it? You don't have to use all 3 of it. You save it, and they're search cards. So I don't know. 3 United. I feel like that's pretty standard in 6 Samurai decks. When a 6 Samurai is summoned, you put a counter on it. You can remove it. You can pop it, and then you draw a card for every counter that was on it, but it can only have up to 2 counters on it. They are super. It took me forever to get these. Back in the day when I had 6 Samurai, this was the only card in the deck that wasn't hollow, or max rarity, actually. 2 Dojo. Now that Gateway's gone, I feel like you have to play Dojo. I really can't stand Dojo. I am very, very against it. I don't like the card, but because Gateway isn't around, we do have to play Dojo. It lets you get more synchro plays. It lets you explode a little bit more. So, not as much as Gateway, though, because you can't just keep adding key zones off of it. Double United, triple clogs. I really don't like it. I see it a lot at double, so I only play it at two. Double MST. I dropped MS or I bumped MST down to two. Usually I play it at three in every deck, but I feel like in a deck that negates most everything, you don't really need to pop spell and traps. The only reason I do run it at two is because of Cliff Orts. You do want to get their scout off the board if they already have one if they go first. Plus vanities is a thing also, so I feel two MSTs are good. One soul charge. I actually don't see a lot of people in 6 Ams playing this. Yes, it is hefty on life, but in late game, when you can go soul charge for a Beast, a Barkian, and a Shien, or the tools to go Beast, Barkian, and Shien, is really good, and usually they can't come back from it. This one card can actually win you the game, because there's not many decks that can get over a Beast, a Barkian, and a Shien that aren't like Burning Abyss, because that is one of the outs. But, fuck that deck. One Snatch Steal. Snatch Steal's a good card. I don't know why it came back. This card's really bullshit. You can have no cards in hand, no cards on field, top deck it and win. Snatch Steal's just really a stupid card. I'm highly against it being off the ban list, but since it is around, I'll play it. I'm not going to bitch about it. For traps, I play triple Breakthrough. In all honesty, I looked at it like this. Breakthrough is to like stop your opponent's plays. Like you can break through Tour Guide, you can break through a disc so they don't get their special summoning effect, which they can usually just pendulum anyways. Stuff like that. But the way I look at it is I would rather play Vanities because everything that this card stops, for the most part, Vanities also stops, and it's better. So if you can get like a Shien on board with the Vanities, I mean, you're in a good position. So those will drop for Vanities when they get reprinted in Secret Forces. Double D-Prison. D-Prison's a good card. I don't want to play Mirror Force because Mirror Force really, it really just helps out every deck in the format. Like, it slows down Cliff Fort for a turn so they can't OTK you. But next turn they just pendulum everything back. Also, like, when you Mirror Force Burning Abyss, they don't care because they just get so much advantage off their cards being destroyed, it doesn't matter. Same thing with Shadow. And then for one-off traps, I play one Bottomless, one Warning, and one Compulse. Staple in most every decks. I know some decks are dropping Compulse, and some are dropping Warning. I don't know. I feel like Compulse is a really good card, and sometimes, there's a situation where you don't need it and you wish it was something else, but, I mean, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I play one Double-Edged. I was playing two of this. I'm not sure how I feel about Double-Edged. Like, it's good, but I dropped one of them for a Soul Charge because I realized that was better. If Monster Reborn or anything ever came back, I would definitely drop Double-Edged for Monster Reborn or Premature Burial or anything like that, because this does slow you down a turn because you have to set it and then activate it. And also, when you're at low life, it kind of sucks. Sometimes you might want to just do that and, get field presence, but it can kill you if they stay on board. Now, for extra deck, for Synchros, I play one Shien. He's the main guy you're going to go into. One Beast. Nat Beast is really good. You mill 2, negate a spell, and he can activate his effect multiple times per chain, which is also really good. One Catastor. I don't know how I feel about Catastor. I don't go into him too often, but when I do, it's really good. If you have a Catastor on board against Cliff Fort and they don't have a carrier to get rid of it, I mean, it's good because they can't really kill you that turn. But I really don't go into him that often. Same thing with Armades. Like, I don't go into Armades a lot, but he is good. If you're afraid of hands, which I am because I can't stand the hands. Ever since they came out, I fucking hated anything that had to do with them. I almost skipped a format because I thought that Hat was the most retarded deck that was ever made. I'd rather play against Burning Abyss than Hat, in all honesty. This is also good against Burning Abyss. You can't get over Dante, but you can attack the Sirs and stuff like that, and they can't activate their effects until end of damage calc. One Goyo. I don't really go into Goyo, but he's there if you need to. One Barkian. He's the main level 6 you're going to go into. You banish 2 from grave and get a trap. I know a lot of decks in the meta are cutting down on traps, so, I mean, Barkian's not used as much. But, like I said, he's there if you need him. Level 7, I only play 1 because you hardly ever go 7. The only way you'll ever go 7 is if you have a Shien or a Grandmaster on board with a Kagemusha, and you just if you're in that situation, you're almost always going to want to go Black Rose. Driven Daredevil's an okay choice, but at the same time, he's kind of bad. For level 8s, I play one Colossal Fighter. I don't know how I like Colossal Fighter. Like, if you go against Boojins, you're afraid of Crane, you know. I know that deck's not really relevant anymore. You're going against Crane, you know, Crane kills it, it comes back. If it dies by battle, you can get a Shien back from grave, which is also really good. Stuff along that line. So I guess Colossal Fighter's good. Plus, you really don't go 8 that often. And he's kind of a beat stick, and he can, you know, just crash over stuff. He can ram with some stuff, you know. I don't know. Colossal Fighter's alright. I was thinking about playing Stardust Spark, but I like Colossal Fighter. One Leo. Leo's really good. First turn Leo, some decks can't get over. But, yeah, Leo. It's pretty good. Now with Ixies, I pretty much just play a bunch of staple rank 4s. One Excite Knight, one Castel, one Honor Arc, one Shadow of the Six Samurai Sheen. The only reason I run this is because it's what everyone knows. Like, obviously, you can go, you know, into a Ixie to get more counters on Dojo or United if you need to draw that bad. But also the combo that everyone knows, if you go Kageki into something, or into a Kizan or a Zanji or something, special Kizan overlay into this guy, you can detach one and target Kageki. This card says that you can target a 6 Samurai with less than 2,000 attack, and his original attack becomes 2,000. Well, Kageki's original attack is 200, so he puts himself up to 17, so his original attack will become 2,000, and he'll put himself to 35. So that's like the only reason I run this card. Besides that, it has no use. It's just 2,500 or 400. So it's also an out to killer if you can go that play. Another out to killer is Excalibur, and then I play one Blade Armor just to put on early pressure or to OTK if needed. So yeah, guys, that's my 6 Samurai deck profile. If you liked it, you know, comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you have any anything to like recommendations or anything along that lines, or you know, I'm a bad player for playing this deck, go ahead and just leave it down in the description. And yeah, that's about it. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff, like I said before. And Real TCG out.